An apartment, baby, you have to take them for walks. You have to pick up their pee. You have to pick up their poop and stuff.
I'm not an idiot. I know how to care for a dog.
Hey, baby, I didn't say you were an idiot. I didn't call you an idiot, baby.
Why are you treating me like one?
I'm not. I'm not.
That's the kind of that you tell a child. It's a lot of responsibility, you know. Just please don't treat me like I'm a child. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I know a dog is a lot of responsibility. I'll walk it, I'll feed it, I'll do everything.
All right, boom. So, first and foremost, I had no idea that the show had started last week. Luckily enough, I came across episode 2 on one of my websites that I have to go to find, obviously, the shows that we do, because where I'm in the UK, access is a bit of a sticky one. But either way, though, nonetheless, I found episode 2, but I have watched episode 1. Wasn't really much to report on, but obviously I had to watch it to make sure that I was in touch with exactly what was going on in episode 2. Now, in episode 2 in particular, it ends in this format. It ends with Gypsy obviously feeling some type of way, feeling as if, you know, her husband at the time was talking to her as a child. And listen, I get it. You know, she's somebody who was a prisoner for many, many years due to her mother. Then she was a prisoner legit by the law. And now she's come out. She's also still a prisoner because now she's a prisoner based on the cameras, based on the fame, based on social media. Anything that she does, people are following, people are watching. So really and truly, you know, when it comes to her life is always going to be in a format of a prison. And sadly for her, this is something that has caused trauma from the very get-go, obviously due to her mother, and also then caused the trauma that she probably went through in prison, and now the trauma that she's now going to be going through now. But the main thing out of all the trauma is how people have always treated her, and she's always been treated as if she is completely dumb, as if she's bonkers, as if she hasn't got a mind of her own. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was one point when she even used the retard word itself in particular. Do you see what I'm saying? About how people have made it feel like that as well. And please, nobody in the conversation be like, oh, why did you say the R word for? Behave yourself, okay? I said what I said, because at the end of the day, this is how she's been made to feel. And of course, when it comes to triggers are something that can easily happen to us. You know, when people say certain things, or at least, let's just say people's mannerisms make you feel some type of way. Now, here's the thing. There is the other side. There's a side where the husband is just trying to do his best, okay? He's trying to just say, hey, but just be sure, because having a dog, having a pet, it's not an easy thing. And really and truly, when you're in a relationship, you should be able to have a sensible conversation with your partner about choices, especially the choices involve bringing another life to the house, or whether that be a pet, whether that be a child, or any kind of other life form out there that you can bring into your house. Because at the end of the day, when you bring in a life form into your house, the responsibility falls on both hands. It's not a case where she's going to be the only one looking after the dog. Do you see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I would say that he was never in the wrong for saying what he wanted to say, and it is definitely unfair that obviously he has to go for this. But at the same time, though, there are ways where he could support her, and they can support each other, and they can work around it. Well, at least there were ways. Obviously, now we know that their relationship is. And to be fair, I am looking forward to seeing, obviously, how the relationship ends up going downhill throughout this season. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the thing that I found interesting is that her ex has already been mentioned in the first episode. I found that quite crazy, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, though, let's see the rest of the clip here that I was able to compile for y'all.
It's not. She used to treat me like a child, and she wanted me to be a child. I'm not stupid. You don't have to talk to me like I'm stupid. It irritates me.
Listen, I can completely understand. Completely understand. You know, but at the end of the day, we all have experiences of being children, right? And when we are kids, we are spoken to as if we are brainless. Yeah, let's just say that. And, you know, listen, when we're kids, yes, we are learning the ways. Yes, we are watching our role models. Yes, we are obviously trying to figure things out 1000%. But it doesn't mean that it gives anybody an excuse to talk to us as if we're thick as hell. Do you see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, I look at it this way. For the many years that I did work with children, whenever I was teaching them PE, I never ever spoke to them like, hey, you okay? No. I always spoke to them like a human being. I always spoke to them like this. You see what I'm saying? With my normal voice, with my normal directness. And listen, at first, some kids are like, whoa, sir doesn't even want to joke about. Whoa, sir doesn't even want to speak to me like as if I'm a kid. Whoa, sir's talking to me like I'm an adult. Do I really want to be an adult right now? I know I like it, but do I want to be one? But then in the end, they're like, you know what? I respect it. The sir's always spoke to me like I'm just human. You know, he's never spoke to me as if I'm a child, unless I have misbehaved, And of course, he's had to discipline me. He's had to obviously let me know what's good. You know what I mean? And that's something that I found quite interesting as well about when I was working with children back in the day. You know, at the end of the day, I say back in the day, about 4 years ago now, since COVID, wasn't it? Either way, though, obviously, when I was speaking to them 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. I always say that over that time, you know, they definitely learned to respect the fact that I would speak to them casually, and I wouldn't speak to them as if they were beneath you, you see what I'm saying? Unless, of course, they were in trouble. But nonetheless, though, I can understand the trauma that Gypsy's going through, and what I'm trying to say is that we can all relate to being spoken to as if we are.
Controlled. I push back 10 times harder if I feel like I'm being controlled. I didn't back then with my mom, and there was so many times that I could have.
And we all know how that story went with her mum, you know what I mean? Just the feeling of being powerless. No one likes to have the feeling of feeling powerless. It's one of the worst feelings in the world. And of course, she'd be damned if she's going to continue feeling powerless now she's out of prison.
Because I got that confidence now.
It's good to know that she's now got the confidence. Now, I wouldn't say that she's really got the confidence completely because, you know, beyond that confidence, there's going to be a little bit of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? She's got to a point where, you know, she wants to start becoming unapologetic and she wants to just end up becoming herself and she just wants to live life and not really care about the rules anymore, you know, because at the end of the day, her whole life has been set on rules, whether it was rules by her mum, rules of her being in prison, and now obviously she's out, even though she's still in a form of prison, at least, and she's still being told, you know, what she kind of do with the whole probation officers, and obviously her having to be in Missouri or Louisiana, her having to be in Louisiana because of, you can't be, listen, if you've seen the episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And you know, at the end of the day, if there's going to be one part of her life that she can take some control in, it's going to be the part where it's personal, and the personal life is obviously the life that she has with her partner at this moment in time, okay? And the things that she chooses to do with her friends, the things that she chooses to do obviously with her image, because we do know that she ends up going for the rhinoplasty surgery, which is something that I'm pretty sure is going to be part of the season as well. So it's good to see that she's now making sure that no matter what, she wants to take charge of all aspects of life that she can do, where other people cannot take charge, cannot restrict her, you know. And at the end of the day, this is all a part of growing. And when I say it's all a part of growing, I don't mean it's all a part of growing as if like she's a kid. No, because really and truly, we are supposed to grow our whole life. We are never supposed to stop growing. Do you see what I'm saying? So I like the fact that she's in that position where she's like, listen, I know I missed out on this. I know I had this restriction. I know I had that. But you know what, though? It's time for me to grow and to grow in areas that I know that I can. So I respect that. I like that for her. You know what I mean? But either way, though, this is only episode 2 into the season. It's going to be interesting to see, obviously, how, you know, the rest of the season obviously plans out for her. Because right now, I will say that based on the pressure that she's having, only 2 days being out, she seems to be handling it somewhat okay, because so far she's had paparazzi, people following her, taking pictures. You know, obviously in the episode they show us obviously how people were reacting on social media in terms of her not having any shoes at one point, you know what I mean, and wanting to go to a game and seeing Taylor Swift and blah blah blah. And I'll say so far she's doing a decent job at handling the pressure, but hey, we shall see how the season goes, because of course there's gonna be so much more thing that she's gonna go through that's definitely gonna test her. But the question is this though, regardless of the things that she goes through is gonna test her, is she going to be able to stick to her main goal, which I believe her main goal is to just find herself and just to be free in the areas that she can be in. And who knows, maybe leaving her husband was one of the areas where she had to be free. And to be fair, she's already spoken about the fact that, you know, when it comes to intimacy is something that she hasn't done. You know what I mean? It's something that's less whatever. So to be fair, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. If her and her partner even got to that point while she was released, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, though, we'll see what's what. I'm just I can't say the blood clot word. The word is not repeating, but I'm going to use the word repeating. I'm just repeating some of the things that she was saying for the episodes. You know the word, right? What is wrong with me today? I have moments like this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to say it after the video's over. But nonetheless, though, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace. Yeah, whatever. I just said it, reiterating. Yeah, that's the, yeah. Come on now, man, leave me alone. I'm out. Peace.